vez más, buenos días, good morning to you, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Thank you for choosing Power FM. Son ya las 7:10 las 7:10 en el 95.5. Buenos días una vez más, Orange Walk. Buenos días, Corozal. Buenos días, Belize. Aquí su servidor Sani Baeza. Una mañana más linda y bello día aquí en Orange Walk. Siempre recordando a nuestros cañeros y cañeras, diciéndole gracias una vez más, Diosito. Gracias por el buen tiempo. Gracias, Señor Sol, por darnos la oportunidad de entregar nuestra caña. Así es, una vez más, Orange Walk. Good morning to you. And definitely, boy, it's going to be a full weekend. All right, hoy sí tenemos bastante que charlar. Pero primero, hoy siendo ya el día lunes, hoy día lo que es el día 11, el día 13 de lo que es el mes de abril. It's the 13th day of April. It is Black Monday. Boy, remember that Black Monday for the cane farmers, right? ¿Se acuerdan de lo que es el no, ese era Black Wednesday de los cane farmers? Hoy vamos a estar hablando de Black Monday. It's the 13th. You know, but it is amazing, it is amazing how things are. And we're going to share that with you. We just want to say that Power FM 95.5, you can find it on your radio dial here in Northern Belize. Puedes encontrar Power FM el 95.5. También puedes encontrarnos en Power Internet Radio en lo que es www.powerfm955belize.com. Simplemente tú dile a Siri, hey Siri, hook me up to Power FM Belize. Y ahí se va a lo que es Power FM Belize. And he finds us, and we can be there, okay? We are also on YouTube. Estamos en el YouTube y también nos encontramos en lo que es aquí esta plataforma del Facebook igualmente. Gracias una vez más. Thank you so much. And at this time I will be asking you to join me on this beautiful Monday at 7:13 to pray the Belizean National Prayer. Vamos a hacer la oración nacional del país de Belice. Ustedes que ya se encuentran en la radio, just open the volumen, ¿verdad? Así que podamos escuchar. Y también los que ya están en el Facebook ya pueden estar compartiendo, mandándolos a sus entes favoritos. And definitely I'm telling you, boy, it is crazy, all right? But it happens, and that is how thing works. We got to say thank you once again, and we ask you to join us as we pray the Belizean National Prayer. Let us pray. Oremos. Almighty and eternal God, who through Jesus Christ has revealed your glory to all nations, please protect and preserve Belize, our beloved country. God of might, wisdom, and justice, please assist our Belizean government and people with your Holy Spirit of counsel and fortitude. Let your light of your divine wisdom direct their plans and endeavors, so that with your help we may attain our just objectives. With your guidance, may all our endeavors tend to peace, social justice, liberty, national happiness, the increase of industry, sobriety, and useful knowledge. We pray, O God of mercy, for all of us, that we may be blessed in the knowledge and sanctified in the observance of your most holy law, that we may be preserved in union and in peace which the world itself cannot give. And after enjoying the blessings of this life, please admit us, dear Lord, to that eternal reward that you have prepared for those who love you. Lord, Belize loves you. This tiny jewel, the heart of Central America, the pearl of the Caribbean, the hidden treasure of the world, this 8,867 square miles, from the Rio Hondo to the Sarstoon, from the Yalbak Hills to the Blue Lagoon, bordered in the south and west by our sister nation, Guatemala, in the north by Mexico, and on the east by the beautiful blue Caribbean Sea. Lord, we pray. We pray for the leaders of our nation. We pray for our Prime Minister, the Honorable John Briceño. We pray for members of his cabinet, members of the National Assembly, senators, CEOs, head of departments. Lord, that you may continue to fill their cups with wisdom, dignity, honesty, and that of a building nation. Lord, that you may continue to shower upon them grace. We ask you for the thousands and thousands and thousands of Belizeans in the jewel and abroad. Lord, that you may continue to give us courage and strength, that you may continue to guide us and lead us, that you may continue to protect and to provide for us. We ask you for our farmers, especially in Orinjoak and Corozal, our sugarcane farmers. Lord, bless our fields, bless our yields, bless our lands, our cattle ranchers, those who toil the soil, all those micro, small, medium enterprises. Bless us, Lord, we pray. With this we say amen and amen and amen. Cuando son ya las 7:18, it's 7:18. It all started on Friday, ¿verdad? The news started rolling out on Friday when Orinjoak became a coastal district. Cuando Orinjoak llegó a ser un distrito costal. You know, I was amazed when, and as I read it, you know, the people started bombarding the news media for saying that a drug plane had landed by the sea in Orinjoak district. Un avión cargado con droga fue encontrado en las orillas de la mar en el distrito de Orinjoak. You know, Orinjoak is not a coastal district. Orinjoak is inland. Okay, with Bex, I think that's what Prime Minister John Briceño supposed to redistrict. Okay, the real districts and gateways on seafront. All right, no redistrict only for political boundaries, as the elections and boundaries are requesting, you know, to then the pressure for make them do some new boundaries for electoral purposes. But man, I think I redrag that time we get on seafront, man. All right, it's time we get on seafront or redrag. They can't give it just see when the they can't give it just see when you know they happen. All right, I want to give it see when things they happen. That's what I want. That's what I'm looking for. All right. Así es que Así es que en eso nosotros estamos esta mañana. We want to share that with you. And then I also want to see, that, man, it was a really, 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 full weekend. And of course we started with that of the drugs that was busted. Almost 1,200 pounds of cocaine was busted, according to the media. Two Mexicans suspected to be pilots, and also it is suspected that two Belizeans were involved in this issue. Well, all we got to say, it's a matter of the police, and we keep on waiting. But I can tell you, we were all looking forward for Rigo Black, Pres Cadogan, and San Pedro, as they were going to host the Running Rebels in Belize City. Man, that was not good for the Running Rebels, but it was an excellent ball game. I just want to say that. Basketball, el equipo de Orange Wag, the Running Rebels, dropped to Rigo Black and Pres Cadogan's San Pedro Sharks 89-91, 89-91, perdió lo que es the Running Rebels. I understand it's one of the toughest games, that were high points, that the basketballers did perform very well. Buen partido. The Running Rebels, we continue to support you, heart and soul. You know that, okay? Los Running Rebels siempre lo apoyamos 100% aquí en Power FM y le damos siempre lo mejor. También quiero decir que estábamos viendo lo que es este del equipo. And yesterday, again, our team, our Progreso team, won Waguía. Okay, ganamos a Waguía ayer. Y eso es otra cosa importante que Progreso ha ganado. And this is supposed to give Progreso now this continue as the second seed as they go into the finals, winning Waguía 6-0, 6-0 ganaron a Waguía, y eso fue impresionante, very impressive. And then Port Loyola started losing 1-0 to Nápoles, and then I understand by the second half they were already 2-1. Nápoles losing to Port Loyola, who secured the third spot. Así es que si nos vamos ya en las cuartas de finales, en quarterfinals, I just want to see that Nápoles shocked Port Loyola 1-0, and then Port Loyola came and drew the game 1-1 on the first half, and by the second half ya habían, cuando terminó 2-1 en favor de Port Loyola. So there is the day that we will see now that Port Loyola will be facing off with Progreso, which gives Progreso a high standing to go to the finals, ¿verdad? Que Progreso está en las finales, because they can and they will be defeating Pres Cadogan's Port Loyola. Y eso es algo que nosotros vamos a estar viendo bien, okay? We're going to follow that as close as we can, as to see now what is happening. Pero son ya las 7:24 minutos, las 7:24, and I gotta see this, okay? We gotta give a big thank you to the Ministry of Sustainable Development, Climate Change, and Waste Management, as they continue to press to the JEF 6 projects in the country of Belize, and saying, hey, we got this one for you. Thank you for choosing Power FM.
The Jeff 6 project is transforming how we manage our land, water, and natural resources, ensuring that development and conservation go hand in hand for a stronger, more resilient Belize. At the heart of this effort is the Ministry of Agriculture, playing a critical role in integrating sustainable practices into everyday farming. Through the Jeff 6 project, the ministry is helping farmers adopt climate-smart agriculture that boosts productivity while protecting soil, forest, and water resources. From improved livestock systems to diversified crops and agroforestry, the ministry is guiding producers toward methods that reduce land degradation, enhance biodiversity, and strengthen food security, creating farms that are both profitable and environmentally responsible. The Jeff 6 project is strengthening key value chains within the Belize River watershed by focusing on existing livestock, national and international markets, as well as supporting Cahoon oil and honey production to meet the Jeff 6 objective of expanding into at least one international market. Exploring additional high-potential commodities such as Ramon nut will create sustainable livelihood opportunities for farmers across the watershed. Through training, extension services, and technical support, the ministry empowers farmers with the knowledge and tools they need to succeed, building capacity at the community level and ensuring that sustainable agriculture becomes the new standard across production landscapes. Through the Jeff 6 project, the Ministry of Agriculture is not only growing food but cultivating sustainability, resilience, and opportunity for Belize. As a key implementing partner in this national project, BLPA is working directly with livestock farmers to strengthen sustainable livestock production through the development of training manuals with a focus on farm planning, design of rotational grazing systems, pasture management, better grazing systems, forage banks, nutrient, supplemental feeding, silvopastoral systems, and climate-smart practices that protect our soils, rivers, and forests. Through targeted training, technical support, and value chain development, we're helping producers boost productivity, improve herd management, and access growing markets at home and abroad. This collaboration empowers small and medium farmers to adopt eco-friendly practices that increase income while safeguarding our natural resources for future generations. Together, we are building a strong and sustainable livestock industry for Belize. BLPA, supporting producers, strengthening communities, and protecting our environment.
The Belize Livestock Association. I love this one, I love this one. Anyway, once again, good morning to you. Gracias una vez más, Orinjoak, and of course, the Jeff 6 project, teaching farmers how to manage their farms, how to manage their fields. All right? Pero son las 7:28 minutos, las 7:28. And I just wanted to share with you, that it all started on Saturday around 1 o'clock. Saturday around 1 o'clock, I just want to say that, it was a big day in Orinjoak this Saturday where players from all over came to Orinjoak. It was the legends. It was the first national Belize selection that actually officially, Greg, you can correct me on that one if I'm wrong, right? You can correct me as I go by. But what I understand, this was the first ever Belize national selection as these men started pouring in. They started pouring in all the way from the south. They came coming down, they just traveled to Orinjoak. They just came to Orinjoak. Man, what a beauty it was as these men started, men, for the first time in as much as 40 plus years, más de 40 años que esto sucedió. Jugadores, gladiadores, legendarios, desde los Estados Unidos llegaron, desde Dangriga, desde El Cayo, desde Belize, desde lo que es Corozal, aquí de Orange Walk, salieron, llegaron y estuvieron en Tangerine Street, aquí en Orange Walk, donde simplemente era un barbecue, a barbecue D. And there, this picture here sees a man. I wish people could have seen these guys in the pitch. Stud Hendricks from left to right. Stud Hendricks, Wanako. Okay, and then we have Wanako, and then Gregsy, the brick wall, Jones, as they started pouring in. Then we can tell you about Oral Hyde, a goalkeeper, and Enrique Wico Carballo. Man, this was very, very impressive, And then we saw the likes of Pachito Laiva coming in, and then we saw the captain of the first captain of Belize's national selection, Cristobal Tobal Mayen. He was here, and Mr. Mandy Gomez was here as well. Mandy Gomez was here, and more than anything, so impressive to see. I told you, and I told you that Johnny Briseño would be there as well, not as the Prime Minister of Belize, not wearing the hat of the Prime Minister, but as one of Belize's best goalkeepers. And then there we can see Prime Minister John Briseño, el Primer Ministro, llegando en Tangerine Street. He arrived there. He was there among the legends, as he himself is. And we saw him there. Then you can see from left to right, Wanako was there once again. Mark 90 Vasquez, powerful midfielder. And then one of Belize's best midfielders as well. Everybody knows him coming down all the way from Dangrega. Benedict Lopez, he was there as well. Prime Minister John Briseño. And of course, Capitan Cristobal Mayen. And of course, again from Corozal, Marcelo Pele. He was there, one of the men. I can tell you, you should just have listened what all these men were sharing, que todos ellos estaban compartiendo. And then here again in this picture, we can see these men. Man, it was really, 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 really amazing. Because if I could bring this one here, I'll leave it closer to us, so I could see exactly where Sane will be sharing with you this morning, as we can tell you about this powerful team, powerful players. The man sitting on that chair is none other than Wayne Hagman Oliveira, one of Belize's best record-holding forward, scoring 32 goals in one season, 32 goles en lo que fue en una temporada. Hagman Oliveira, Wayne Hagman Oliveira, very impressive. I'm sitting down, and then from left to right we have the brick wall, Gregsy Jones. We have there Charles Hyde, that's the brother of Amandala's Evan X Hyde, and then you have Yabra's Pilaf. May ask Pilaf if he's one of the founders of Yabra. Pilaf is one of the founders of Yabra. And then you have Steve Guild right to the back with a big smile, unbelievable. There is Steve Guild to the back. And then you have Cristobal Mayen, and all the way, and I think he still is in Corozal, if I'm not mistaken. Cristobal Mayen is still in Corozal. Then all the way from Cayo, Powaslinga, Cheche, Cesar Checha, Mendez, that's the brother of Dr. Mendez here in Orange Walk. Very powerful forward as well. dangerous young man. And on his time in the field, he was here yesterday. One of Belize's best goalkeepers as well. There you say Bunukal. Bunukal was here as well. Goalkeeper, man, look how impressive he is. And then on the far right, then we have Paco Luis, and man, I haven't seen these guys serious in many, 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 many years. Very impressive, very, very impressive. Directly, I will see what we can do here. But then it all continued. It all continued when the owner of Progreso, made a call to the brick wall and presented him a shirt of the Progreso official jersey. That's an official jersey of the Progreso Football Club. That's what Mr. Novello did. He was there. He did not miss this for nothing in the world. To see Belize's top gladiators, Belize's best footballers, and there he gave Gregsy Jones a jersey of the Progreso, official jersey of the Progreso Football Club, and then Prime Minister John Briceño also was called, where he too was presented a jersey of Progreso Football Club. And then again, then we saw Cesar Checha Mendes calling on Gregsy Jones and also presenting him an official jersey of the current champions in the league, the Verdes Football Club. And man, this was really, really, really impressive. Really impressive. This one, I'm telling you, to see Enrique Carballo, Gregsy Jones, Pash Laiva, all being together, one of the most amazing, one of the most impressive, one of the, what can I say? What can I say of all these men that were there at here in Orange Actong, and let me show you the first Belize national selection that played. Gregsy was telling me the first time when actually San Pedro started playing, when they were playing when they went to play Wagia, also when they played Wagia in 1982. Was that right, Gregs? Was it 1982 when you won when you won Wagia at the Norman Brasta Stadium? It was a nice chat. But from left to right here we have, let me see, sitting down. All right, Gregs. Well, this is one guy I cannot tell you who he is. All right, he has his hand over Hagman Oliveira, but really I cannot tell you who this gentleman is. And one thing I will tell you though, by Friday I will tell you who he is. Okay, by Friday I will tell you who he is. But from left to right we have this unknown guy, and then we have sitting down next to him with the orange shirt is that's Wayne Hagman Oliveira, hailing all the way from Dangriga. This is Stan Creek. Bino Hagman, Wayne Hagman Oliveira. He's originally from Dangriga. Then Gregsy Jones sitting down there with that white cap. Gregsy the Brickwall Jones, one of Corozal's and Sugar Boys, powerful midfielder. Gas McField sitting down there beside Gregsy Jones. And next to Gas McField, we have Enrique Wico Carballo, está Enrique Carballo ahí también. And then with the green and white ball, we have Banucal, goalkeeper, very impressive goalkeeper on his days, you know. He was amongst the best. And then sitting down from Libertad, okay, in that light blue shirt, today pastoring the Baptist church in that beautiful village of Libertad. And I am proud to see my pastor, Anthony West. Man, I always knew he was athletic. I always knew he loved football. But what I learned from the brick wall when it comes to Anthony West, it was, boy, tremendous. Pastor was a very, very good footballer, powerful footballer. Next to him is his younger brother, Tano. Tano West is right next to him. Tano West, defense player, powerful defense player. Then you have next to him in the green shirt, that's Mr. Papi Gutierrez. Very, very powerful player as well, Papi Gutierrez. On kneeling down is Ripa Koi from Belize City. Ripa Koi is kneeling right down next to Paco Luis. And then you have Cristobal Bayen in that Belize jersey. Cristobal El Capitan Mayen. He was captain, the first captain of the first Belize national selection. Okay, Cristobal Mayen. Man, I you know, and honestly, these are things I am just learning, people. Estos son cosas que yo por primera vez estoy aprendiendo. Primera vez nos estamos dando conocimiento de estos hombres, and you know, and football. We talk about football and everything. What is the first time? Then you have sitting next to Cristobal Mayen is Mayito Perdomo. Mayito Perdomo is seated right next to Cristobal Mayen, a man that was always there for football. As what Pres Cadogan says, he believed that the Perdomo family has been a family that has invested so much in football. All right, so that is so we have it. And then you have standing to the back. We have the players standing to the back. Let us start this. Make us see if I could bring this league closer for no man. Make us see if I could bring this league closer for no. I think a chance on when they call the names and they are so far and they are so far to the back. All right, they are so far to the back. I want to say again. Let us start with this one. We see standing to the back. We see Elvis the Cricket Crawford. Elvis the Cricket Crawford standing to the back. Elvis the Cricket Crawford. Next to Elvis the Cricket Crawford is Pulu Lightburn. Pulu Lightburn, a well-known basketballer in Belize, but also played both sports, football, basketball. I understand he was even on his bike cycling, doing several sports. Polo Lightburn from Belize City, right next to Elvis the Cricket Crawford. Then you have Jerome Pilaf Mejia. He's right there standing next to Polo. And then you have the league's main man at this time, Marlon Quillen. Marlon Quillen is there as well. Ahí está Marlon Quillen en esta imagen. Okay, he's standing right behind the legends Wayne Hagman Oliveira and Gregsy the Brickwall Jones. And right next to Marlon Quillen is another powerful forward, wicked forward. Este delantero, Maurice Richo Jones, is came in as well. Maurice Richo Jones came in. And then next to Maurice Richo Jones, there is none other than Marky Chavaria. Marky Chavarria, a goalkeeper. And then you have to the back Marcelo Pele, that's from Corozal. And of course, many people don't know, but a very, very, very fast midfielder and a lot of pressure. Carlos Marchand. Carlos Marchand also came in yesterday. Carlos Marchand. Next is Wanako. Wanako is next to Carlos Marchand. And then you have Oral Hyde. Then it's Oral Hyde next to Wanako, right to the back, Bunukal. Two goalkeepers. Just look how the goalkeepers are, right behind, sitting right behind each other. And then you have Oral Hyde. And next to Oral Hyde, we can see Joe West. Man, Joe West, powerful Joe West is right there as well, super forward. And he's right there. He is the father of Belize's best goalkeeper, Woodrow West. That's Joe West. And if you can see behind Joe West, there's a face, and that's the face of Benedict Lopez. Okay, Benedict Lopez is right behind. Benedict Lopez is right behind Joe West. Benedict Lopez is right there as well. And then we can tell you, we can see this, because this is so important. And you have after that, like I said, Benedict Lopez, yeah. Then you have Checha, Mark. That is Louis Thompson. Louis Thompson is there as well. Louis Thompson is there as well. Ahí está Louis Thompson. Igualmente se encuentra Louis Thompson ahí en esa imagen. Okay, we are seeing, let me see if I could bring this up some more again. Then we can slide it some more. Okay, we can see Louis Thompson. We can see Louis Thompson there. And then you have Checha Mendes, that is Cesar Checha Mendes standing, and behind Checha and behind there we see Louis Thompson, Checha, and then you have there another. Let me see to the back of that. Who's that to the back? A ver. Okay, well, I can't make up that one there. At this time. It don't look too clear. Oh, that is Stud Hendricks. That's Stud Hendricks right behind. Stud Hendricks is right behind Wayne Wade. Stud Hendricks is behind Wayne Wade. And then also I can tell you Stud Hendricks is behind Wayne Wade. And then we can go more, and then we can see Stud Hendricks. And after Stud Hendricks, you have Javier Silva from Cayo. Javier Silva from Cayo. Man, this was very impressive. Javier Silva from Cayo. And also, yes, is that Steve? Yeah, Steve Guild is beside Stud. Yeah, that's Steve. Yeah. Sideways, I never catch on to good. All right, Steve Guild is right beside Stud Hendricks, like if they are talking at that moment there. Okay, como que se está hablando Steve Guild it's Steve. Yeah, it's Steve. Yeah, and then you have I was at Javier Silva. Okay, Javier Silva from Cayo. He also played with the Juventus Football Club. Then you have Michael Jones. Michael Jones, El Capitan Michael Jones. He was the captain of the Juventus Football Club. Michael Jones. And then you have Mark 90 Vasquez. Mark 90 Vasquez next to Michael Jones. And then you have Memo Gongora. Memo Gongora right there as well, amongst the big ones, okay? Man, this was very impressive, and knowing these men, okay, and knowing these men, I am telling you, this was one of the biggest days of my life to be there and seeing the first. That's what I told them. That's what I told them. What you are seeing here is the first national selection of the country of Belize. El primer national selection del país. Eso es la primera selección nacional del país de lo que es Belize. Man, very impressive. I really want to see a big thank you. I want to see a big thank you to all those business people who made this possible. A todos la gente que hizo esto posible. Yo le quiero darle las gracias, el conocimiento. Esta mañana, I really want to see a big thank you to all those who made it possible. René Cuello, Rumel Cuello, Gaspar Vega, Julio Góngora, Cancara Laiva and Sons, Austin Wheat, Prime Minister John Briceño, Bano Cuello, Walder Cuello, Mayor Ladrick Shepherd, Tico Méndez, Cuello's Distillery, Omario Maito Perdumo of Travelers Liquors, all the gladiators that made it possible as well, and dropping in the hat. Oh, vamos a hablar de eso, de drop in the hat support for Gladiator Win Hagman Oliveira. Y lo que se hizo ese día, what Greg Z. Jones also had in his heart with a very spontaneous move after seeing the condition of Hagman. Después de ver a Hagman Oliveira como su situación, fue espontáneo, donde al señor Mark Chavarria quitó su sombrero. He took off his hat, and Mark Chavarria, Greg Z put the first monies in the hat and said, you know what, let's do a collection for Hagman. And I think they did over $500, más de $500 recogieron entre los legendarios, y fue impresionante lo que hicieron para lo que es el jugador Win Hagman Oliveira, by giving him all the proceeds. Todo lo que recogieron, todo se lo dieron. Fue algo. Man, I want to see this. These men, some of them, literally, their tears came down. I want to see this. I know I call no name, but some of them, literally, their tears came down as they saw each other for the first time in more than 40 years. En más de 40 años, estos hombres que jugaron juntos, vivían juntos, compartieron cuartos juntos, compartieron la misma comida en la mesa, usaron el mismo traje del equipo del fútbol de Belice. Por primera vez estuvieron juntos en los últimos 40 años más o más. I see the legends are for 50 years plus. Man, but I am telling you, it was very, very, very impressive. And also, whilst we thank all of these people who really made this day possible, a todos los que hicieron este día posible, yo también le quiero darle gracias al señor Mark Chavarria. Mr. Mark is a wonderful guy, did a wonderful job, and also his amazing wife, Miss Lala. Miss Lala, we want to say thank you too, Miss Lala. I want to say thank you, Miss Lala, for all the work. Sharon Esquiliano, Sharon, thank you so much. And of course, I know your pressure poor Fernando for the doing a lot of things these days, You no give the man one break, man. Fernando, they not give him one chance, Fernando. I hope they treat you like king today and tomorrow for all the work that you did for Saturday. Marie Carrasco, Sharon, thank you as well. Thank you, Sharon. And Homer Carrasco, thank you, guys. Miss Kechi Orio, Miss Kechi, thank you so much, Miss Kechi. Also, too, for all the big work, all the work that you did, Miss Kechi. We really, really, really appreciate it. And of course, my guy, right? I have to mention this. My guy, Press Cadogan. Press Cadogan was there. Mr. Maito Perdumo, and also Austin Witt. He was there as well, and definitely, the first man that reached Orinjoak, the first legend, the first man was all the way from Cayo. Checha Mendes was there with Greg Z. Jones. We never give out one gift. We're supposed to give out one gift for being the first gladiator to get to this. This is tremendous. Greg Z. I want to say thank you again to Miss Kechi Rio, to Win Weed. Win, thank you so much. Louis Thompson, and of course the Slata House Pasi, Diane Fortune, Karen, Christy, Tanya. Man, you guys were so wonderful, wonderful. And of course, I want to see this. She was all day sitting down in the couch. I can tell you, she lived every single moment of Greg Z's ball games. She was the pillar. She was the backbone of Greg Z, and she continues to be Greg Z's backbone, Greg Z's strength, Greg Z's opportunities. I want to see his beautiful wife, Miss Pat. Miss Pat was there as well, giving Greg Z all the time and support. Always, I know me, I give her in full. I would say that, for all that she has done for Greg Z. Jones. Hello, good morning, Power FM.
Bom.
Morning.
Buenos días.
Buenos días.
¿Qué me conoce, bueno?
Hello.
Bueno.
Dime, ¿querías decir algo?
¿Qué te dijo el cuate? Que se animó de los 10 acres.
Ok, haz que te llame, estoy trabajando en la radio.
¿Cómo?
All right, I'm working on the radio. Ahí te voy a llamar. I am putting you live on the radio. I am putting you live on the radio. Dame un chance and I will be getting back to you. Estoy live. I'm live on the radio. Let us do what we will do. And then definitely, yes. But yeah, Greg Z. Jones, recognition to your wonderful, beautiful wife, Miss Pat, for all the support that you have received from her, and man, you are a man's man, Greg Z. Lot of respect, lot of respect. Pero sí voy a decir que estos fueron los hombres que estaban ahí, y muchos más que llegaron solo a visitar. Those that reached just to say hi, those that were there to say, you know what, man, we were so happy that this is happening. The leagues men were there. Todos estaban diciendo algo así debía que pasar cada año. Every year something like this should have happened. And we say, why will we wait, Let's see what will happen. Vamos a ver qué es lo que va a pasar, si tal vez esto abra una fundación, maybe a foundation can start from here. And of course the brick wall foundation can be can be that can start. We don't know. Um, but yes, what it was very impressive, the collection that was done and handed over to Mr. Oliveira. You know, that was very impressive, very, very, very impressive. As we can tell you that, and so amazing of all the things, that happened on Tangerine Street. Todo lo que pasó en Tangerine Street este fin de semana. Yo lo quiero darle una vez más las gracias de veras de todo corazón a todos que estuvieron ahí. And man, the history of football, the love of the game. And these men were not there because of money. Esos tiempos ellos no jugaban por el dinero, jugaban por el amor. In 1983, I think it was in 1983 when San Pedro first entered the arena. We understand as well, también aprendimos que at that time when it was Leones representing Orange Walk, okay, igualito como el Juventus, como Progreso, que representaban Orange Walk, también Leones representó a Orange Walk, como Chitos, como Chula Vista Godfather, esos son los equipos del tiempo. Les quiero decir que también Leones y en ese tiempo ahí tenían que ir a jugar a San Pedro. When they wanted to go to San Pedro to play. But at those time with those boats to go to San Pedro, they're not them big boats that we have in catamaran today, but you go to San Pedro in a pretty boat. But sometimes the players, when they come back from there, they say, boy, we take one beating from that boat, no? We slam and boy, we take one beating. En ese tiempo, I never missed that. Like today, Raul Pelayo would have to worry at the time with Juventus, where part he gets for him money for travel. Banja Tillit would have to worry about the same thing. Bano Cuello would have to worry about the same thing. Today, Mr. Marco Novello have to worry where to get money for travel. At the time when that happened, Greg Z was sharing with me, and I was sharing this, Greg's. He said, you know what? We can't. I don't think we could go up on boat because when we go up on boat, we have to take one beating. So at that time, watch how supportive Orange Walk was of football en ese tiempo. Como Orange Walk apoyaba el fútbol. Greg Z told me he went from store to store, from the People's Store, Eduardo Martinez, and shop to shop he was bouncing, getting donation for the first ever and the first ever football team to travel in plane en avión. Se fueron en San Pedro. They flew. Man, I was excited, all of that thing. I am learning, I am learning how they fly the San Pedro. 2 Cessna planes landed at the Champagne Ridge. 2 Cessna planes landed at the Champagne Ridge airstrip. Then time Cookchell and the whole crowd and care them there, Cookchell care there. And man, they flew 2 planes, 2 aviones se fueron de Orange Walk. Se fueron a San Pedro. All right? And all the luxury. When I know I am excited, I am sitting there excited to listen to Greg Z. For listen, boy, when we come back, we flew back to Orange Walk, and when the team reached and we got the stadium where the Godfather, Chula Vista Godfather was playing, then just they listen on the radio, the players, the fans, then time you got who couldn't go to San Pedro, they listen on the radio, and they're hearing the game. Only like we drop back one leave and Greg's, but who win the game? He said, why it's Anita and beat way? He said, we lost that one. He said, I will never forget one of about 2 or 3 times. They said the ball went as one was one the most beautiful one was one of Cricket Crawford's shot. He said when the ball knocked, he said the ball spin right on the water. Mero en la agua, ahí estaba haciendo spin la pelota. It just wouldn't go. He said it was a wet day, water up on the field, sandy, no grass, and a first experience. They lost that game. They flew in plane. It was the first time many that were playing with Leones was for the first time flying in an airplane, and this morning I just want to give recognition to some of the fallen brothers, that I could remember just off the hat. Andrew Chavaria, Hashimoto, Gentle. You have like Puntus Gentle. Also I want to remember Titi Rosado, and other players that has just gone. Mr. Cal, Pastor Cal, Gadin Gutierrez, Mr. Gadin Gutierrez, Polo Briseño, all of these men, that once entertained us on the field, that they are no longer with us. Let us appreciate these men. Belize, vamos a apreciar esta gente que realmente los han entretenido en lo que es el fútbol. I want to say thank you, Greggs. Thank you for pulling off one of the most amazing events in the history of football. Okay? One of the greatest moves that has ever happened in football. Una de las cosas más grandes que han pasado en lo que es este deporte. Esto es lo que yo quiero compartir, porque esto es de veras. It's tremendous. It's unprecedented. It's unparalleled. It's unheard of. It is unexampled. It is extraordinary. It was unique. It was exceptional, Gregsy Jones. Okay? And I just want to say to all those who made it, because our whole collective thing, gracias. Gracias. And it's really amazing. Really amazing, unparalleled, unheard of, extraordinary, unique, exceptional. Pues no sé qué para decir más, porque sí te voy a decir que fue súper interesante. Gracias, Gregsy, the Brickwall Jones. A mí me voy a start the Brickwall Foundation. Who knows what's next? Ok, vamos a estar haciendo esto esta mañana gracias a Chris Up, Climate Resilient and Sustainable Agriculture, haciendo lo que es cañeros y cañeras, lo que están haciendo hoy impresionante en el país de Belice. Chris Up, el Ministerio de Agricultura, el Banco Mundial, CIF, el gobierno de Belice, con Chris Up.
My name is David Ackerman. I'm a sugarcane farmer, producer, and a second generation. I have been cultivating and producing sugarcane for the last 46 years. The challenges we face with climate change is twofold. We get a lot of cane stunting, more pests, diseases. So all of this adds to losses in yield. And I am not seeing this getting any better. Climate change is definitely here to stay, and the temperatures are rising, and it's going to get tougher to do any type of farming, and in my case it's sugarcane. I had been contemplating of looking at avenues of some form of irrigation. Venturing into an irrigation system, it's a long-term investment but very expensive. I felt that if funds were available, then I think it was worth the while for me to apply. When I was finished, I had presented my project to DFC, and I would say I am very happy to be one of the recipients from QUISAP to do drip irrigation for sugarcane. DFC was the entity that I had submitted my documentation to, They did the due diligence, they did the visits, and to find out some months later that my application was approved. Definitely the matching grant has helped. If there wasn't the matching grant, I would have had to disperse 100% of the operational costs. The matching grant has eased the financial burden on me, and it's definitely positive. I encourage other farmers to take up the challenge. It eases the financial burden from one, whether one has to invest its own capital or one has to get financing from some other institution. It did represent a fraction of 100%, and which I am very appreciative about.
Mi nombre es Jaime Llanes de la aldea de Indian Church. Soy un farmer ya de 4 años ahorita. Me dedico a sembrar hortalizas como zanahoria, papa, cebolla, chile dulce, tomate y sandía. Pues antes de aplicar el proyecto CRESAP siempre se encuentran el problema, ¿no? De los fondos, como para conseguir nuestros fondos, para empezar y todo. Pues gracias a CRESAP ahora ya es más fácil, ¿no? Ya con la ayuda que nos dan, pues ya se nos facilita mucho más. Gracias a Dios ya lo tengo, ya tengo los fondos, ya tengo la experiencia de haber ingresado a ese programa de CRESAP. Esa es la mayor ventaja que tengo, que con esos fondos y con ese programa de CRESAP yo ya prácticamente, como puedes ver, estoy listo para ya empezar a sembrar lo que tenga que sembrar. Como puedes ver, ¿no? Ya mi tierra, todo lo que yo siembro ya está listo para empezar el season de este año. Pues sembrar papa, sembrar cebolla. Y como puedes ver, ya tengo carrots, tengo acre y medio de carrots que ya está sembrado, ya está nacido. Eso no había pasado en otros años atrás. Yo le recomiendo a todo agricultor que tenga la oportunidad de aplicar, que aplique, que aproveche esa oportunidad que CRESAP nos está dando y que no tengan miedo a que no se los van a dar. Que sí se da, aunque se tarde un poquito, se está dando.
The Climate Resilient and Sustainable Agriculture Project, CRESAP, increasing agriculture productivity and the use of climate-smart agriculture practice and technology. CRESAP, haciéndolo para ti. Cuando son ya en este momento, lo que marca el reloj, son ya aquí en cabinas las 8:13. It's 8:13 here in the studios of Power FM 95.5. Yours truly, Sunny Baiza, here with you. And definitely we got to see this, okay? Vamos a estar nosotros en este momento haciendo lo que es el pronóstico del tiempo, the weather report, this morning. And the weather report is brought to you through the courtesy of Old Master Rums, Belize's finest liquors. Old Master, the spirits of Belize. Old Master Rums, los licores más finos del país de Belice, los licores Old Master.
Well, this about the Old Master Gold Rum. The rum that hold the crown. The rum that run the town. Get it while I sing along. Watch this. Some gold rum come to town, Old Master lick them down. Some gold rum come around, Old Master stand it wrong. Some gold rum fade the form, Old Master climb the home. When parties start to bump, Old Master hold the rum. When the people having fun, Old Master hold the rum. When having a barbecue, Old Master gold for you. When having a picnic, Old Master gold for it. You're sipping your mixed drink, Old Master gold lick. Some gold rum come to town, Old Master gold the crown. Some Some gold rum come to tongue, old master hold the crown. Some gold rum come to tongue, old master hold the crown. Some gold rum come to tongue, the number one rum in town. Some gold rum come to tongue, old master lick them down. Some gold rum come around, old master stand a ground. Some gold rum feed the farm, old master climb the hump. When parties start to bump, old master pull around. When the people having fun, old master pull around. When having a barbecue, old master goal for you. When having a picnic, old master goal for it. You're sipping your mixed drink, old master goal it. Some gold rum come to tongue, old master hold the crown. Some gold rum come to tongue, old master hold the crown. Some gold rum come to tongue, old master hold the crown. Some gold rum come to tongue, the number one rum in town.
Old Master Rums, Belize's finest liquors. Old Master, the spirits of Belize. At this time, we joined the National Med Service of Belize for this morning's weather forecast for today. Today, Monday, April 13, 2026, as of 6 o'clock this morning. We joined forecaster on duty, Ms. Catherine Cumberbatch, at the National Med Service of Belize. Good morning to you, Ms. Catherine. Buenos dias.
Good morning, Belize. A moderate east to northeasterly airflow prevails. The 24-hour forecast for Belize and her coastal waters calls for sunny skies today with cloudy intervals, and high temperatures today are expected to reach 86 degrees Fahrenheit along the coast, to 91 inland and 78 over the mountains. Tonight, the skies will be partly cloudy with low temperatures of 78 along coastal areas, to 70 inland and 64 in the higher elevations. A few morning showers will develop mainly along coastal areas. Thereafter, showers will become isolated. The wind will blow from the east to northeast at 10 to 20 knots, and the sea state will be choppy. High tide will occur at 7:23 this morning, a low at 1:13 in the afternoon, and a high at 7:18 tonight, and a low at 1:55 tomorrow morning. The sun rose at 5:38 this morning and will set at 8 minutes past 6. The moon set at 2:45 this afternoon and rise at 3:29 a.m. The outlook for Tuesday and Tuesday night is for partly cloudy skies, and showers will be generally isolated except for a few morning showers over the south. In the sargassum forecast, significant amounts of sargassum are expected to continue impacting coastal destinations during the next few days. And in the fire forecast, the risk for forest and brush fires will continue to be low to moderate through to Tuesday. And that concludes your morning forecast that was prepared here at the National Meteorological Service.
Thank you so much, the forecaster on duty, Ms. Catherine Cumberbatch, for this morning's weather report. And thank you too to the National Med Service of Belize, as moderate east-northeastern airflow continue to prevail the country of Belize. Thank you to the National Med Service, and thank you too to our sponsors, Old Master Rums, Belize's finest liquors. Old Master, the spirits of Belize.
Well, this about the old master gold rum. The rum that hold the crown. The rum that run the town. Get it while I sing along. Watch this. Some gold rum come to town, old master lick them down. Some gold rum come around, old master stand a ground. Some gold rum feed the farm, old master climb the hump. When parties start to bump, old master pull around. When the people having fun, old master pull around. When having a barbecue, old master goal for you. When having a picnic, old master goal for it. You're sipping your mixed drink, Old master gold lily. Some gold rum come to tongue. Old master holy crown. Some gold rum come to tongue. Old master holy crown. Some gold rum come to tongue. Old master holy crown. Some gold rum come to tongue. The number one rum in town. Some gold rum come to tongue. Old master lick them down. Some gold rum come around. Old master stand a ground. Some gold rum fade the form. Old master climb the hump. When parties start to bump, old master pull around. When the people having fun, old master pull around. When having a barbecue, old master goal for you. When having a picnic, old master goal for it. You're sipping your mixed drink, old master goal lily. Some gold rum come to tongue, old master holy crown. Some gold rum come to tongue, old master holy crown. Some gold rum come to tongue, old master holy crown. Some gold rum come to tongue, the number one rum in town.
Old Master Rums, Belize's finest liquors. Old Master, the spirits of Belize. Cuando son ya las 8:21 las 8:21. Buenos días una vez más, Orijoac. Buenos días, Corozal. Buenos días, Belice. Siempre por la fiel sintonía, lo que es el 95.5. Ya estamos hablando de lo que son los nombres de jugadores, de lo que es que se juntaron por primera vez en más de 40 años, jugadores legendarios de lo que es el balompié, el fútbol aquí en Belice. Cuando por primera vez, lo puedo decirlo de esta manera, se formó un equipo nacional en lo que es este país, donde el primer capitán de lo que es el equipo, el señor Cristóbal Mayén, estuvo presente con los legendarios aquí en lo que es Pachito Laiva, y también Mandy Gómez, delantero y mediocampista con el capitán. Fue algo impresionante, muy impresionante para nosotros, y gracias al señor Marco Novelo también por la presentación, a lo que es el portero John Briceño, hoy ya primer ministro, también que estuvo presente el día de ayer con lo que es el legendario Gregsy The Brickwall Jones, que también fue presentado con una playera de lo que es el equipo de Progreso, que ayer ganó 6-0, ganó ayer 6-0, y también por nadie más que el señor César Checha Méndez, también que le presentó una playera del equipo campeón de Belice, de los Verdes. También fue presentado el día de ayer, y muchos que llegaron a darle a esta reunión, esta barbacoa que se hizo, el señor Gregsy Jones. Ahí sentado se encuentra Win Hagman Olivera, uno de los delanteros que tiene lo que es el mejor récord en fútbol, lo que es anotando 32 goles en una temporada. No hay ni un jugador beliceño que ha llegado a ese récord, teniendo 32 goles en una temporada. A los que están parados atrás está el señor Gregsy de Brickwall Jones, al señor Charles Hyde, Jerome Pilaf Mejía, y también está lo que es Steve Guild, allá con esa sonrisa grande, ¿verdad? Steve Guild, el señor Tubal Mayén, ahí también nos encontramos después ahí con lo que es César Méndez y Bunucal, el portero Bunucal, que muchos conocemos también en esa época, fue buen portero. Y también está lo que es Paco Luis, jugadores de Belice. Fue algo impresionante, bien impresionante para conocer y darnos cuenta de estos jugadores. Como he mencionado, el señor Enrique Huico Carballo, también que llegó ahí en lo que es el día de ayer, ahí con los legendarios, el señor Gregsy de Big Roll Jones, y también está aquí Pachito Laiva, que se encuentra. Llegó el señor Todd Hendricks, man, when I see Todd Hendricks, being there as well con lo que es Guanaco, Todd Hendricks, Guanaco y Gregsy Jones. Esos fueron las potencias del día. Los legendarios hermanos West, el señor Tano West, Yu West, Anthony West, y todos que estuvieron presente el día de ayer. Y todos dicen, ¿y Sani Baiza? ¿Dónde está Sani Baiza? Pues Sani Baiza no estuvo ahí. Claro que sí estaba atrás de las cámaras, siempre consiguiendo las imágenes del día. Pero ahí estaba mi colega Press Cadugan. Press estuvo ahí. Al señor Maito Perdomo y también Austin Witt. Man, I just when I see these pictures, it just very impressive and makes me just remember the days with these guys. Ahí está Guanaco una vez más. Mark 90 Vázquez estuvo también presente. Ahí estaba desde Dangriga. Llegó nadie más que el gran amigo, boy, you just slipped me again. Benedict López, Benedicto López, que estuvo presente, el portero John Briseño, y también el capitán del primer equipo nacional de Belice. Creo que, y si no estoy equivocado, fue capitán por 2 temporadas consecutivas, a Cristóbal Mayen, y Marcelo Pelé también estuvo ahí este día. Algo impresionante. Oral Hyde, y también el señor Oral Hyde estuvo con Enrique Carballo. Todos estuvieron en ese día aquí en lo que es Orange Walk, a donde estuvieron presentes los jugadores, trayendo buenas memorias, buenos recuerdos de todo lo que estuvo pasando en ese tiempo, en esa época, en los días. Estaba el señor Richo Morris, Richo Jones, también estuvo ahí, delantero potente de Belice, con Banucal, el portero Banucal, también que estuvo ahí. Estuvo Marky Chavarría, estuvo todos los grandes ahí presente aquí en Orange Walk. Así es que siempre le vamos a estar recordando y dándole las gracias a todo el mundo que estuvo. Win, Oral Hyde, Pelé, buenos días ahí a todos los jugadores que estuvieron presentes. Aquí buscando la imagen a donde se encuentra el señor Papi Gutiérrez, el señor Papi Gutiérrez, el señor también Michael Jones, que también estuvo ahí en lo que es presente también. El señor Papi Gutiérrez, buen jugador, siempre grande las leyendas, mediocampista. Papi Gutiérrez, también el defensor Michael Jones, Michael Jones también que estuvo presente. Y estas son las cosas que realmente nosotros podemos estar hablando cada día más y más y más y más. Cada imagen te dice 1,000,000 de eventos, te trae grandes recuerdos. Cada imagen que nosotros tenemos aquí trae muchos recuerdos, cada día más y más. El señor Harry Arlene, Bribri Hill, Sabemos que Bribri Hill también, como siempre lo dice Prescott Dugan, Bribri tiene el récord goleador del BDF. Buen delantero, buen jugador, Edwin Bribri Hill. Y también está Oral Hyde, igual ahí como Michael Jones y también Elvis the Cricket Crawford, jugadores aquí de lo que es Orange Walk. Siempre le queremos dar las gracias a todo mundo, los que no pudieron llegar, los que querían estar ahí, okay, for those who wanted to be there but couldn't make it, okay. We want to see a big thank you also to you. So estas son cositas que nosotros queremos traer para recordar aquí en lo que es el 95.5. El portero Mark Chavarría y el señor el señor Hagman. Vamos a ver si lo podemos subirlo un poquitito más para tener un poquito más de conocimiento aquí a Mark Chavarría y Win Hagman Olivera que estuvieron ahí este día. Okay, so todo eso nosotros estamos viendo y pensando que cada día más y más hay más informaciones que se puede traer, recuerdos y mucho más. Pero sí, les doy las gracias a todos que estuvieron, a los que participaron, a los que fueron parte de este evento, los que lo hicieron en realidad. Muchas gracias de veras de todo corazón a todo mundo que estuvo ahí en Tangerine Street, aquí en Orange Walk. Okay, man, this was really huge. Vamos a ver uno de los comentarios que tenemos aquí porque hay muchos. Dice Miss Barbara McLaughlin, Ripon Norms, boy, dice fantastic gathering of the legends. Thank you, Miss Tirsa. I know most of these men, Marlon Quillen, Steve Guild, besides Todd. Thank you, Marlon. Thank you so much for that. You know, yeah, I couldn't catch on too good sideway. But yeah, I can only imagine the conversation. Irene, I am telling you, it was huge. This was huge. And maybe I say from here, maybe Greg's can start the brick wall foundation, a foundation that can start looking out for these players like how he did yesterday. A tremendous thing. Audrey Yearwood, a spontaneous move from Greg Z to pick up a collection, and it happened right there. You know, it happened right there, Audrey, when they collected over $500 and presented to Win Oliveira as to battle his sickness. You know, and then I even heard other players were saying, I got stroke. I suffered a stroke and nobody look out for me. I battled it out myself, you know. But thank God I am still here, you know. And this is what we can do follow-ups on. There are players that are injured, that were injured in the field, and they are at home. Some of them passed away very quietly with all their pains and loneliness. And I believe that something like this is so impressive, so big that we would want to say something that would happen. It was a great and beautiful gathering of these gladiators. Big up yourself, Greg Z. Philippa Jones, the brick wall sister watching. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, Sani, for doing what you do. Thanks again, Dels Martinez. Gracias, Dels. Evelio Medina dice, at last they do something good, and congratulations to those heroes. A lot left you have. Eloy Avila, Steve Hall, Mr. Lambe. I want to say Mr. Lambe is still alive. Remember, I think Mr. Lambe suffered some stroke. I was telling Greg's, you know, we have to find some time and try to go and visit Mr. Lambe. You know, Mr. Lambe is alive. He's right here, and And you know, and Greg just stopped me and said, "Son, you know, it was Charles Hyde. You know, it was Charles Hyde in his writing in his newspapers that he wrote Greg Z, the brick wall, Jones. You know, and he said, you know, I give big respect to Mr. Lambe because he that made a real brick wall. He was the iron wall, Lambe Jones. Mr. Lambe. You know, Mr. Lambe was the real iron wall because, man, I say I learned a lot of that man. That man was my mentor. That man was my everything. I just learned a lot from Mr. Lambe. So again, so much things that there is. Steve Hall, Mr. Lambe, Bodagas, you know, I forgot Bodagas who passed away. I was remembering some of them who passed away. No, Mr. Lambe is still alive. Okay, Mr. Lambe is still alive. I want to say this. How many, thank you so much for sharing. Have a blessed. Gracias, Evelio Medina, muchas gracias por eso, por estas, lo que estamos aprendiendo. Freddie Toon was there, Freddie Toon was there and bringing his kids for autograph from legendary players. Freddie Toon was there. Barbara, this says each year a gladiator can be honored. I think so too. This is what I was saying. Miss B, this is what I was saying. That's why I maybe when we go back, we'll sit down again with Mr. Mark Chavaria, with Greg Z, and do the Brick Wall Foundation, because we can register a Brick Wall Foundation, and then get some funds, some yearly funds, and I would like to see these men just don't walk in like that. You know, I would want to see them with one nice jersey, one nice sweatsuit, you know, and a proper sweatsuit with the Belize national selection. These guys are our heroes, man. They are our national selection players. How can we forget them? You know, in Mexico, in Spain, you know, in France, you know, when Michel Platini goes to those stadiums, you know, he wear the same suit that the national selection is wearing, with his France logo and the stars of how many World Cups they have won. You know, we see these things. You know, when you see Germany, you know, when you see Germany, and then you have the former players of Germany, Luther Matthäus and all of these men, they go in with their sweatsuits. They go to the Wachadenga pass for any game, any stadium. These men are honored to go and see these games, to watch these games, and then they can be involved more, like you know, maybe going to talk to these players, and not be no bias, because then after all, when clubs play, what happens is that they are the ones where they are selected to represent the country of Belize, you know, and all of these things. And talking about that, wish my brother Gene Gilt, rest in peace, was wrong to get his recognition. Well, Canalete, correct. Canalete. Thank you, Irene. Thank you so much. Bodagas. Thank you, Tirsa. And we want to see how we can continue. We can continue this, you know. Canalete, Rupert Canalete Anderson, Gene Gilt, all of these men that has gone, we want to get a recognition, man. Job place was being set at the table. That's right. Big up yourself again, Greg Z. Happy for your return home. Steve and I spoke about Gene. Wow. Who is the unknown? Thank you very much for that heart warming get together. No, but really we want to see something come out of this. We want to see something new happen. We want to see something just balloon. Mr. Marlon Quillen was wrong. Prime Minister John Briceño was wrong. So you know, not only as footballers, but now that they have top positions in the administrative section of our country, we would like to see something maybe like the Brick Wall Foundation really happened. Honestly, Greg, sorry for that, man. My apologies for putting you in a spot, for putting Mr. Marky Chavarri in a spot, and maybe you're a committee to be formed for the Brick Wall Foundation. Maybe we could, your 40 plus years in America, Greg's, can assist in getting medication, in getting, I always hear people at stage, I have a lot of people that call me, Sonny, boy, I got 2 wheelchairs. Can I send these wheelchairs to you? Can I send these crutches to you? Sonny, we have medications. Can I send some of these things for you? And I said, well, yeah, they come and then drop off this and drop off that, sporting equipments, and these men we can have the Brick Wall Foundation in Stan Creek, in Kai, or in in Benedict Lopez, in how he name Checha Mendes, in the north, Cristobal Mayen, the West Brothers, and these people can be reaching out people, man. I really think I really would want to see that. I really would want to I would like to see a committee inclusive of Mark Chavarria Sr. and Mr. Quillen. Yes, Greggs, yes, that's the start. That is the start. That is the push. And think about it, think about raising funds, think about doing this and reaching out to these people, reaching out, and make sure that these men have their official national selection uniform, so that in any event that they walk in strong, proud, wearing the blue, the white, and the red. That is my heart. That is my goal. Yesterday 2 ball was presented to Gregsy Jones. Something very touching, when that happened. Kids going in for autograph, as how they mentioned, people, doing these things. Very impressive, very, very, very impressive, very impressive. So I just want to continue with that, and I want to say thank you to everyone who actually participated, for those commenting. I got to say thank you so much, guys. It was really, really, really huge. Thank you so much for all that you do. Remember that we are on www.powerfm955belize.com, just as Siri Power FM Belize, and Siri will hook it up for you real quick, and you can go to our Power Internet Radio. We are also live on YouTube, live on Facebook, our digital TV channels. You can look at it, and definitely we are happy to do more for you. It is 8:43 in studios, las 8:43 minutos. Vamos a estar haciendo esto gracias a nuestros, a lo que es el Departamento de Tránsito, the Transport Department, and saying, hey guys, those of you riding motorbikes, please be careful.
Belizeans love motorcycles because they're fast for the road, they're cheap on gas. But listen to me, the last time I checked, your head no grow back. So make we try protect it. So Terrence for Transport will give you 4 ways how you could be safe on the road. The first thing, that your helmet. Your helmet no business to decorate your motorcycle handlebar. The business to protect your head. So make sure you get a helmet whether the correct size and our DOT certified for the best protection. And you have to make sure that you have something to protect your eyes, and one strap where you can securely strap down the helmet so you don't blow off. Number 2. You have to have exactly that. Just 2 people on your motorcycle. So please, not treat your motorcycle like a bus line. Number 3, I think I never had to say this, to overtake for the left side, not for the right side like you try to price the vehicle. And worse, not try to overtake when you see one next vehicle that go down the road and you are still trying waggle through the traffic. Hey, up on a curve, why you are overtake on a curve? You can't see where they come on the curve. Wait until you pass the curve to try to overtake. No make I see you do that, because I will give you this. You will get about 3 of this. Number 4, the last time you must not speed abreast when somebody overtake you. Stop the tri-B Vin Diesel. Make the pass, man. And this is why Terrence make a whole safety checklist to ensure that you don't get a lot of the near from me. You have to make sure your bike have a light. You use it day or night, DOT certified helmet. You and your one passenger drive the speed limit, overtake properly. Because safety than not for style. Safety is to save lives.
Ride safe and ride smart.
The Belize Government Lotteries Limited, we work to develop social programs in Belize. And so we're already contributing to the NHI, providing funding for the expansion. And now our board of directors recently approved $2 million for improvement in sports. So today we handed over the first $1 million, and by the end of March we'll be handing over another $1 million. And thereafter we hope to be able to contribute $2 million every year.
This will go a long way in terms of getting the programs for sports going, getting some of the facilities going. We have a long way to go from where we want to be, but this $2 million will be a tremendous help. We want to invest in some of the programs, developmental programs. Right now we're working on a sports strategy and of course sports policy and the modernization of the legislation, and we're working on some of the facilities, and then we want to develop some of the programs with the federations and the associations who do the heavy lifting day in and day out. But this money will definitely go a long way, and I'm proud to be a part of this process. I'm proud to be a part of this government.
Government continues to take decisive steps to strengthen and modernize Belize's electricity sector. Through strategic international partnerships, we are advancing significant solar investments. This will be supported by the Saudi Fund for Development, which will add meaningful renewable capacity, 40 megawatts of solar and 20 megawatts of battery energy storage system to the national grid to help reduce our dependence on imported energy. Through the engagement of the Millennium Challenge Corporation, MCC, $125 million finance initiative, of which a portion will be used to strengthen the regulatory and institutional framework necessary for energy reform. We will work together, government, the private sector, and our international partners to meet the growing needs of our energy sector. This budget allocates $57 million to deepen NHI's impact. Our focus will be twofold. First, we're expanding NHI coverage to include the entire Kaya district. So we're finally offering services to 325,000 persons countrywide. Second, we are allocating significant resources to strengthen the supply side, because a promise of care is empty without the infrastructure to deliver it. We are partnering with the Ministry of Health and Wellness to upgrade polyclinics in key districts, and crucially, to address the human resource gap.
Thank you, Prime Minister John Briceño, for all the work that you're doing in this country. You know, I don't know about that. I was somewhere and at the bank. I was at the bank, and a guy said, we were talking about the high price of gas. They were talking about the high cost of living, and they wanted to blame Prime Minister John Briceño for the high price of gas. It is a world crisis that is happening. Es algo mundial. Y el joven dijo, pues, solo están esperando que llamen las elecciones. Y ya va a haber un cambio de gobierno. Si ese joven no ve lo que este gobierno está haciendo para nuestro país, en componiendo carreteras, en haciendo muchas cosas, escuelas, feeding programs, becas para la escuela, free education from primary school to food farm, and assisting 6 farmers and UB. I want to tell you that it's going to be impressive. Sports, Greg, I hope we say one Latina sports, lot more investment in sports, and get some funds for the Brick Wall Foundation. We need to register that, Greg's, the Brick Wall Foundation, and definitely move on from there. You know, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. It's something huge that that Greg Z actually just came out from his heart, and what has happened. Pero sí estamos un poco impresionante de todo. Son ya las 8:50. It's 8:50 here in studios. Audrey, thank you so much. I really, really thank you guys for always supporting the brick wall. And like as I said, you know, I don't know if Okana he half a orange, but maybe half a watermelon, because it's a huge one, you know, half a watermelon, and that is Miss Pat, you know. I know that the support is always 1,000% with her. Thank you, Greg's. Thank you. And we continue this morning. Also, we just want to share again. Tonight, the female football team is playing, and I think I was watching this a while ago, that the entrance is free. All right, the entrance is free. That is the Belize football. I was watching that just now, you know. But the brick Belize. What part does it, Greg's? The Belize Football Association or Federation? Let me see. The Belize Football. Because I can find it. Football Federation of Belize. Nope, that neither. Marlon Quillen, where pa yo de? Yeah, got you. Yeah, it's the Football Federation of Belize, the FFB, the Football Federation of Belize, where our girls will be playing tonight. Our girls will be playing Antigua at the National Stadium, at the FFB Stadium. All right? It says here, football belongs to everyone. In that spirit, President Sergio Chuk and the FFB executive extend an open invitation to the nation, complimentary access to the Monday night international match, a gesture of unity, pride, and love for our women football, from grassroots to greatness, growing the game together. Free entrance. All right. So today our girls are playing, and I hope that they want to pack that stadium. That's what I believe. They want to pack the FFB stadium. Entrance is free. Gratis la entrada para ir a ver el fútbol esta noche. Belize se enfrenta a Antigua. Our girls are playing tonight, and entrance is free. So men, all we need are gas. We need gas money so we can go to football. Thank you, Audrey Yarwood. Thanks, Tirsa Gabriel. Thank you so much. Thank you, Orinjoag. Thank you, Belize. Thank you to all the gladiators. Thank you to the legends. Thank you to all those who assisted. All those, Miss Lala, Miss Orio, the Fortunes and the Jones. Thank you so much. Sandra, Sharon, every single one, Winweed, Press Kadugan, and of course, Power FM. Men, right at the back burner, but we are there, okay? Siempre Power FM está hasta atrás, pero estamos ahí. Thank you guys for all what you keep on doing for Power FM as well. Just tuning in, that's all. That makes it a lot. And we keep on doing what we do. It is 8:54 in studios, las 8:54 minutos. Mañana vamos a tener una charla con lo que es el Progressive Sugarcane Farmers Association. Tomorrow we have the Progressive Sugarcane Farmers Association, and we will be pushing what we need to get out there as well, okay? Remember, there are so many projects in sugar and everything that is going on. But for now, this is where yours truly, Sunny Baiza, say thank you. Thank you for being with us. Again, Progreso won 6-0 yesterday, 6 goals to nil. Progreso won 6 goals to nil. And Presca Dugans Port Loyola won 2-1, beating Napoles 2-1. And also our leading running Rebels fell 89-91 to Rigo Black, Tiger Sharks, Presca Dugans, Tiger Sharks, San Pedro. From there, we regroup. And then we go. Gracias una vez más. Gracias Orange Walk. Gracias Corozal. Gracias Belize. Gracias por la fiel sintonía a lo que es el 95.5. Aquí su servidor Sane Baeza se despide. This is where I say thank you for choosing Power FM. Tomorrow, same time, same place, with another of your number one shows, Despierta Belice con Sani Baiza. Gracias, gracias, gracias.
Going out? Take us with you on any of your devices. We keep you company anywhere in the world. Tune in to Power FM in your device. Power FM.
Government continues to take decisive steps.
Home, sweet home, Belize, sweet home, Belize, sweet home, Belize. Home, sweet home, Belize. There is not a place so fine. Take me back to my home, Belize, home, Belize, home, Belize. Take me back to my home, Belize. There is not a place so fine. Home, sweet home, Belize, sweet home, Belize, sweet home, Belize. Home, sweet home, Belize. There is not a place so fine. Sweet sweet home Belize. There is not a place so fine.
Going out? Take us with you on any of your devices. We keep you company anywhere in the world. Tune in to Power FM in your device. Power FM 95.5.
El programa de becas Digi 2026 ya está aquí. Las solicitudes ya están abiertas para estudiantes que ingresan a la escuela secundaria por primera vez y tenemos buenas noticias. Digi está ampliando su programa de becas para incluir a estudiantes que inician sexta forma. Todos los solicitantes elegibles están invitados a postularse. Visita www.livedigi.com /inclinada scholarship para todos los detalles. Las solicitudes cierran el viernes 29 de mayo de 2026. Programa de becas Digi 2026 sigue avanzando.
Rapidito Loans Orange Walk. We are a landmark on Belize Corozal Road. We are next to Cellular World. We carry exquisite gold jewelry for that special someone. Check us out at number 4 Belize Corozal Road. WhatsApp at 631-1299 or visit our Facebook page at Rapidito Orange Walk. Check out our latest pieces of gold jewelry. We have daily discounts, great prices. Inquire of our layaway plan. At Rapidito Loans, add value to your gold. We buy any amount of gold jewelry at the highest paid prices countrywide. Remember, when you buy, when you pawn, or when you visit our Facebook page, at Rapidito Orange Walk, you can be one of our monthly winners. Don't be confused by the competitors, because at Rapidito, we set the pace. At Rapidito, we lead. At Rapidito, we pay more for your gold.